There's a moment a lot of people don't talk about. It usually happens a few weeks after a raise, or after landing a better job, or after a month with a paycheck is finally bigger than it's ever been. You check your bank account. The number is higher than it used to be, and for a second you feel relief. But then nothing really changes. The stress doesn't disappear. You still hesitate before spending. You still feel behind. You still lie awake thinking about the future. And that's when the confusion sets in. Because you did what everyone said would fix it. You made more money. So why do you still feel financially tense? Most people grow up believing financial stress is an income problem. If I could just earn more, things would finally calm down. If I could just cross a certain number, I'd feel secure. That belief makes sense. When money is tight, more money genuinely helps. It gives you breathing room. It reduces immediate pressure. It solves real problems. But somewhere along the way, that idea quietly turns into something else. It turns into belief that income alone creates peace. And that's where things start to break down. Because what most people don't realize is that financial stress isn't just about how much money comes in. It's about how your mind relates to uncertainty, safety, and control. And those patterns don't automatically change when your paycheck does. That's not a personal failure. That's psychology. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people only discover through experience. Money solves money problems, but it doesn't automatically solve behavior problems. If your stress comes from bills you can't pay, more income helps immediately. But if your stress comes from fear, comparison, instability, or lack of trust in yourself, more income often just raises the stakes. Instead of worrying about paying rent, you worry about maintaining your lifestyle. Instead of stressing about groceries, you stress about losing momentum. Instead of fearing overdrafts, you fear falling backwards. The anxiety changes shape, but it doesn't disappear. I've seen this happen over and over. People go from struggling at $40,000 a year to stress at 70, to anxious at six figures. Not because they're bad with money, but because their financial system grew faster than their financial confidence. Think about how money stress actually feels. It's not just numbers on a screen. It's the tension when you open your banking app, the hesitation before booking something that should be fine, the mental math running quietly in the background of your day. That feeling doesn't come from income alone. It comes from not feeling grounded. And grounding doesn't come from earning more. It comes from understanding your patterns. One of the quiet reasons more money doesn't fix stress is something people rarely notice while it's happening. As income grows, expectations grow with it. You don't just earn more, you commit more. Bigger rent, better car, subscriptions that feel small individually but heavy together, social expectations that slowly rise. None of these are bad on their own, but they narrow your margin, and margin is what creates peace. When your income increases without increasing margin, you don't feel safer. You feel responsible. Every dollar already has a job. Every expense feels justified. And suddenly, losing income feels scarier than it did before. So even though you're earning more, your nervous system feels just as alert. Another reason income doesn't fix stress is that most people never redefine what enough means. They imagine a future version of themselves who feels calm, and they attach that calm to a number. But numbers don't create emotional closure. There's always another milestone, another comparison, another reason to wait before relaxing. And without realizing it, you start living in a permanent state of almost comfortable, almost secure, almost relaxed. That constant almost keeps the nervous system engaged, always preparing, always scanning. And stress thrives in that space. Even when your income improves, your reference points shift. You don't compare yourself to who you were 5 years ago. You compare yourself to people earning slightly more, or living slightly better, or appearing more relaxed online. So the bar moves. And now, instead of feeling grateful for progress, you feel pressure to keep up, not because you're ungrateful, but because comparison hijacks perception. You're running your financial life on external benchmarks instead of internal stability. That's exhausting. Here's the realization that changes everything. Financial stress goes down when your confidence in handling uncertainty goes up, not when income hits a specific number. not when life becomes predictable, but when you trust your ability to adapt. People who feel financially calm aren't always the highest earners. They're the people who believe, deep down, that they can handle whatever comes next. They know their baseline. They understand their patterns. They've built systems that don't require constant attention. That trust creates space. When your system is clear, money stops feeling urgent, decisions stop feeling heavy, and the future feels less threatening. That's the shift from chasing security to building resilience. This doesn't mean you shouldn't want to earn more. Income matters. It creates options. But if you want less stress, the focus has to expand beyond income. It means paying attention to how money actually flows through your life, not just how much comes in. It means noticing where stress spikes. Is it unpredictability? Is it comparison? Is it lack of buffers? It means building space before building lifestyle. And it means slowing down enough to ask a different question. Instead of how do I make more, asking what would make this feel manageable. Sometimes the answer isn't more income. It's fewer commitments, clearer boundaries, more margin, and often it's learning to sit with uncertainty without immediately trying to outrun it. If you're earning more than you used to and still feel stressed, there's nothing wrong with you. You didn't fail at money. You just discovered something most people never articulate. Peace doesn't come from income alone. It comes from alignment, from knowing where you stand, from trusting your systems, from building a life that doesn't require constant vigilance. Progress doesn't have to feel dramatic to be real, and calm doesn't arrive all at once. It builds quietly, one decision at a time. And if today feels a little clearer than yesterday, that's enough for now.